Alright, for the new season, I'm going to be trying out the most successful deck in the GDI top 10 last season. I'm saying successful based on win rate. This is Entsorger's deck, who had a 92% win rate with it, with 127 games played. Which is a pretty healthy number. Like that's a solid number. You've got a legitimate sample size of 127 games. 92% is very high. The next highest in the top 50, I think, is 89. I don't think anyone else was above 90. Actually, Oro had 96, but he had 32 games played, and he was at the bottom of the top 50. He was at 49th, which is yeah, is a much smaller sample size and a lower rank. But I guess technically the most successful deck would be Oro's at 96%. But for the top 10, it's Entsorger with 92%. Anyway, we're going to try out the deck. My biggest issue with the deck is both the units that shoot up are vehicles. So it could be... Orca could be a big issue. Like, if someone made a bunch of Orcas, it would be extremely difficult to deal with them. Shade could also potentially be an issue, although Shade is just a weaker unit, so I'm not as worried about Shade. The other problem is sometimes you make a slingshot and then you have a paperweight, because like people just don't make air after you have a slingshot. I think a lot of the deck's wins are probably coming from Jump Jet Troopers. Like, Jump Jet Troopers are extremely good. Very hard to block. Like, obviously you can't block out Jump Jet Troopers, so it's very hard to stop them from getting onto pads at the end of the game. I don't know for sure, but that would be... my gut instinct would tell me that, tells me that probably they're doing quite a lot of the work. He's trying to split his shots between my dogs, which is fair enough. I want to try and pen in these lasers so I can get the kill here. Yeah, here we go. That's basically wiped out that squad. I don't really care anymore. We want to lose off the dogs now because they're both... oh, is he actually fully pop capping me, or is he just trying to run away from my pit bull? I think he's just trying to run away from my pit bull. Yeah, he's just trying to run away from my pit bull. That is fair enough. How are we going to deal with these chems? Chems you can deal with by just shock spamming most of the time. Like, chems are not efficient enough to beat shocks, because shocks are cheaper. You do need to have 2 shocks for every chem. Well, no, that's not true. You need like 1.5 shocks for every chem. We also have turret, which is like, turret here is insane. Like, he boosted his bike as well to try and get on the pad. The turret just shuts down the laser and means like guaranteed win the missile. The turret basically just wins the missile there on its own. As you can see, the chems are still 2-man squad after fighting the shocks, but they are 1 hit from losing a man. And when the second shock comes in, this happens. The second shock beats the chem, like, still very healthy. This is the big problem with chem warriors. Flames and shocks are incredibly popular, and you beat a chem warrior basically losing like, what, like 50 worth of shock trooper is a pretty fair assessment. So you're like getting a pretty efficient trade each time. You do need to spend a little bit more pop cap, but chems are just so expensive that it's actually really difficult to keep 2 of them around. A lot of the time you want 2 anti-infantries on the field, because otherwise people's missiles can just be in 2 different places, and that's an issue. So yeah, that is a problem with chems. Shocks are just so widely played, and chems do not do great against them. I have messed up a little bit here by moving this chem warrior, this shock trooper, sorry, to the bottom like this. This was kind of a misplay because now he can't get on the middle pad. I actually need to try and send this over here so I can, if I can get on that pad, I can get on the top pad, and then I can stall at least and maybe get a flip. No, that guy's dead. Yeah, so by losing the middle pad, by not putting my shock trooper on it because I sent it around the top to fight the chem, that meant that I just couldn't get back on that pad before the missile fired. So that's why I lost that missile. Although I could have made a jump jet trooper. I actually forgot about the jump jet trooper. So I guess I just misplayed. Instead of making a pitbull, I should have just made a jump jet trooper, which would always get on the pad, and then we would have had no problems. These laser drones are doing surprisingly well. I think I'm just gonna... oh, he's got a catch up as well. I'm definitely just gonna make a slingshot now. It's pretty difficult for him to beat slingshot, I'd imagine. Yeah, slingshot is absurd. I also didn't get a good opportunity to use a turret in that last missile, which was again a misplay. There was almost certainly a time when I could have dropped a turret and it would have been good, and I just didn't do that, and that cost me. I need something else that shoots infantry. Do I have anything else that shoots infantry? I do not have anything else that shoots infantry. I have dogs and shocks. Okay. So we're gonna have to just throw shocks at this chem warrior. That is really our only option. Ooh, boosted. I've also just misplayed there. I have to send a Mohawk because I have to have a flyer. Yeah, no, I've messed this game up pretty badly. I don't know if I'm going to kill this bike in time, but if I do, I have a chance. Alright, we have a chance. And the Mohawk managed to kill the guy there, so we still have a chance. Pretty sure if you boost... I'm not 100% this, but I think if you boost bike, then it gets one shot by Mohawk. So it's actually a really bad boost against Mohawk. Because it's a Mohawk almost kills a bike in one hit anyway. Alright, we managed to get there. A few misplays along the way. It was definitely a lot closer than it needed to be.
Objective complete. 3, 2, 1. New objective received.
I think this guy might be double harvester. I feel like I played against him earlier. Although he did make dogs, so now I'm less likely. Now I think it's probably Sniper Gren. Because I do think I played against him earlier, and the name is reminding me of something. So either it's Double Harv or it was a Sniper Gren mirror that I played earlier, and that's why I remember it. Jump jets. Okay, it looks like I'm just wrong on both counts. He's not Double Harvester, he's not Sniper Gren.
Unit ready.
I'm just gonna hang out on the bottom pad, to be honest with you. I'll just make jump jets to go up here. I don't want to play dancing around his jump jets all day. That's going to be very tedious. Misclick my shocks. That's annoying. I should maybe just make sling here, actually, given how good it is against drone swarm. Okay, sure. Oh, that was a misplay. Shouldn't have made jump jets here. They're not going to be useful. I think I am just supposed to make sling, in fact.
Unit lost. Unit ready. Defense online. Unit lost.
Alright, not dead. I'd love to see it. I think that's going to be I win the missile here. We'll just run out of stuff. Alright, cool. We got him. Kind of a close missile, honestly. I'd like to keep my sling alive. Alright, never mind. I've absolutely evaporated. Alright, so my game plan is basically to keep a pitbull and a shock on each pad. Because it seems like his out to shocks is drone swarm.
Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit ready.
We're in a lot of trouble here because we're pop capped.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Warhead cancelled.
Well, maybe we just hold top long enough? Alright, cool.
Launched.
Got him.
Enemy base destroyed. 3, 2, 1.
How does the activate mechanic even work in Marvel Snap?
Building online.
Because I've not used it yet.
Unit ready.
Do you like activate it and then it merges on like as an on reveal? Is that how it works? Like it happens when it plays out the turn, it's like it was played as an on reveal. Why not activate it at the same turn you play it? I did see someone playing Spider-Man and then dropping Galactus on it, and then immediately it activates on the Galactus. It happens the next turn. What, just always? That doesn't sound right.
Unit lost.
Shockwave, ready to melt the enemy. Don't stand a chance. I'm on it.
Is activating it basically like playing a card?
Unit ready.
Ready to race. Yeehaw! Ready for anything. Ready, let's fly. People here, what up? Got that. Powering shock double time.
Unit ready.
AJ Joe shot. Pitbull in a dog moving out.
Unit lost.
Pitbull in a dog fight. I'm on.
Alright, I think we set up our shocks versus flamers pretty well there. Given that he was trying to push in for a 2v1, I think we managed to coordinate it quite well to get to a point where we won it with the 2v2. Quite a lot though. Actually won that 2v2 by quite a lot. I really don't want that shock trooper he just killed, so I'm okay with this. This map is just incredibly tedious, and we're gonna spend a lot of time just staring at each other because it's very difficult to hold a pad and push onto the other pad at the same time. You really just pick a pad and that's the pad that you're going to control. I guess we have to make a mohawk for this Giga Cannon.
Unit lost. Unit ready. Defense online.
Alright, the turret helped us a lot here, clearing out those lasers. That was huge.
Unit ready. Defense
Now we'll
lost.
just mohawk it up. Alright, you love to see it. So push his harvester a little bit. Because we can. Alright, I don't want to throw away the pitbull by pushing the harvester too much.
Unit lost.
That would be a waste of a pitbull.
Unit ready.
That one shock almost beat two flamers there. You love to see it. Another flamer. Fair enough. A lot of flamers, my guy.
Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit ready.
As soon as this flamer goes down, I think I'm going to try and turret. I'm actually just going to turret here. Again, turret clearing out this laser is going to be a big deal for me. Yeah, turret just does so much work, man. Turret is such a banger. If someone tries to push into your zone, like into your pad, turret on the far side is always just so good.
Are victorious. Three, two, one. New objective received.
Leonard, but without an O.
Building online. Unit ready.
Leonard. That's French for the Nard, which Renardin will tell you about. In fact, Renardin is the Nard. He's Renard. He's the second Nard, I guess. Maybe this was the original. Maybe Renardin is the remake of this guy.
Building online.
I don't really want to fight these missiles with dogs, but I haven't got enough money for a shock trooper, so just gonna have to make do with what I got. I do think I wait a little bit too long to make more expensive units a lot of the time. Like here, this 2-dog to fight his missile worked out pretty well. I think I should be doing that by default. That should be what I'm leaning towards doing.
Unit ready.
I think it is actually something that when I used to do coaching, I would tell people.
Unit lost.
I'd be like, just make units. If you can't afford the unit you want, make like a laser or a missile or a wheel or something to buy time, so you're actually competing on the map before you can afford the unit you actually want. And I don't listen to my own advice. Like this is something that I told people to do, and then I don't do it.
Unit ready.
This is not looking great. Oh, I just misclicked. That's a nightmare. Oh, he let me on the pad? Well, that's a big punt from our opponent.
Unit ready.
He should have had that missile,
Unit lost.
but he let me on the pad. He was trying to keep his missiles alive, but he moved them too far. Snipers, okay. Snipers we really just have to deal with shock trooper.
Unit ready.
We've got some dogs as well. The ideal situation is to, I mean, we just don't need to push in against it. Like double sniper, yikes. Okay. Well, now we spend the whole game sitting here doing nothing. A tale as old as time. These maps, these 2-pad maps, are just so miserable. Because this happens all the time. Alright, let's move in. I should actually have set it up so I could turret. That would have been way better.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
This is what happens if you don't have a vehicle blocker for your snipers, by the way. Like, you just get overwhelmed. He had 2 snipers, and I just made a bunch of shots. And now most of his snipers are dead.
Unit ready.
And let that be a lesson to you, chat. If you want to snipe people,
Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit ready. Warning. Enemy
oh, whoa, 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 that's a problem.
Unit lost.
That is an expensive iron cannon. Tell you what though, I got a lot of money, so it really is not a big deal. Like, that did not matter that much to me. Yeah, so basically that's what happens with snipers. That right there is was a good example of what happens with snipers in Command & Conquer Rivals.
Unit lost.
Probably make a slingshot.
Unit ready.
Can't turret over there? What a beating.
Unit lost.
This map is not great for turret. Like, where you can turret is somewhat awkward.
Unit lost. Launched.
Alright, GG.
Objective complete. 3, 2, 1. New objective.
The Jordanian. Do you guys think the Jordanian is in chat and snipes me? Or do you think he just plays at the same time as me? Because, like, I feel like I play against this guy every week. And almost always, like, in every event. Even now I'm playing ladder and I'm still queuing into him.
Unit ready.
See if we can get a cheeky pitbull shot. We could not get a cheeky pitbull shot.
Unit ready.
Wow. Those bikes shooting my pitbull over there was kind of insane to me.
Unit lost.
They were not even remotely close.
Unit ready.
On laser. Alright, we make dog.
Ready.
Listen to my own advice. Get a dog just to start fighting a little bit. He's made a flamer, but he doesn't even know. I haven't even made an infantry yet. What if I just went Razorback? Like, what? This doesn't make any sense. This flamer is like absolute nonsense. If I just made a Razorback, then he'd just have a random ass flamer that my Razorback eats.
Unit lost. Warhead cancelled. Unit ready. Defense online. Unit lost.
Turret's gonna clean up this bike easy and give us a blocker. Turret's so good, man. Honestly, turret is really good. Shade. All right, we get a shock to detect the shade. Let's see if we can eat the volley.
Lost.
There we go. That's what I was looking for.
Unit ready.
All right, we didn't quite kill the shade, but we did a lot of damage to it. Another free shot there. Feels good. That's a lot of flamers.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Oh god.
Unit
Seems
ready.
like a reasonable time to make jump jets.
Jump jet active. Gonna get me killed.
Unit lost.
Clean up the shade when we get the chance. Yeah, that obelisk was not great. There wasn't anything close enough. What we're gonna do is we're gonna move this shock in, drop the turret. That way we should be able to clean up at least one of these flamers, even though it's 2v1.
Unit lost.
Alright, yeah, we're gonna kill one of them, but not two, sadly. Bring these in.
Defense lost.
Alright, I'm gonna bring both the pitbulls over to fight this. Don't think Shade is an appropriate unit to make a slingshot against, really.
Warhead cancelled. Unit lost.
Could be
Defense on nuclear
good enough.
weapon
Yes,
launched.
let's go.
Enemy base destroyed. 3, 2, 1. New objective received.
Yeah, the GDI Mammoth tank is also so slow
Building online. Unit
that
ready.
all entire infantry squads can run away from it. If you think, I mean, honestly, this is something that I've said a few times now, but when people ask for crush on any unit, people are like, oh, give Harvester crush, or give Ram crush. It's like, think about how hard it is to fight a Mammoth tank, and then think about whether you really want to give something crush. Like, just think for a second about what happens when you're playing Mutant deck and someone makes like a Mammoth tank. Like, do you really want to give it crush?
Unit ready. Unit lost.
Seems like pretty unwise.
Unit ready.
I need to kill these wheels, but I have to spend all my time shooting the bikes instead. I think I can send my shocks up, because there's just like a low hit point bike and some lasers up there. I'll get jump jet for the bottom, send everything upwards. The low hit point bike, I'm assuming the shocks will kill. Yeah, there we go. I'll just use these to block, and then we should bring the missile. We don't actually need to fight the flamers, just keep them away.
Missile launched.
Oh, didn't get the block. Doesn't matter though.
Unit lost.
He's probably going to try and attack my Harvester because he's a Rivals player. Would be my guess. Yeah, he was like circling around his entire army to try and push my Harvester.
Unit lost.
When you have like when there's an enemy shock preventing your jump jets from getting in, if your shock engages their shock, then they have to spend the time shooting your shocks. So then you can send the jump jets in
Unit lost.
to send this up.
Fire the obelisk!
Fire the obelisk. He could fire the obelisk. I cannot fire the obelisk
Unit lost.
on account of being a GDI player. I should just jump jet to go bottom, and then it should be a game over. I don't think he can stop the jump jet. Oh, actually, you know what? We'll do this. I didn't need the block because I'm an idiot. We are going to lose top, and I don't think we can get back onto it in time. It's going to be close. Oh, just. Turret almost saved us there, but I messed up, so we lost. I accidentally let him on the pad. I was trying to do the little dancey block, and I fucked it up. Also pretty low on cash. I guess I'll keep building jump jets. They're pretty expensive.
Hey, lives!
Unit ready.
I'm gonna send this over to his Harvester, not to kill it, just to hopefully get a unit to move that direction.
Unit ready.
Just not super happy with how the overall game is going. So I wanted to mix it up by sending something in his Harvester and hoping he reacts, or overreacts really.
Unit lost.
Looks like he just doesn't care at all. He's gonna let me kill it, which is
Building online.
fair enough, but also not what I was looking for. Our main answer to flamers is shocks, so we are gonna have to flame a shock mirror
Unit lost.
a lot. Like, we have to make a lot of shock troopers. And this is not a very good turret map, so I can't use turret as an advantage. Like, there aren't a lot of spots where you can turret profitably. I don't know what he has apart from flamer though. I don't think I've really seen anything. You can't turret on the other side of that. It's so annoying. I really feel like you should be able to turret over there, because that's what makes turret so much worse on this map. I think we've won here. Yeah, alright, we got it. I don't think he really had an answer to shocks apart from flames. So, I'm guessing he had wheels, right? Did he open wheels? I feel like he opened wheels.
3, 2, 1. New objective available.
100% win rate with the deck so far. It seems like a pretty solid deck.
Building online.
I don't know why there's a Mohawk in it. I feel like maybe the Mohawk is just worse than Orca, but maybe not. I suspect it's to have a unit with some beef, because you want something that can, like, most of the targets that you want the Mohawk for, the Orca just one-shots. So I kind of don't really... Like, the main thing that Mohawk does better than Orca is fight bikes, I would say. Because Orca kills bikes in one volley, but then has to reload. Whereas Mohawk, you can just have it stand on the pad and fight bikes effectively over and over. And it's cheaper than Orca. That might be why it's a Mohawk instead, I don't know. It's great to have jump jets here, since they don't get blocked going for the bikes. If these were like missiles or Grens or something, then it would actually be really awkward trying to get them onto the pads. But since they're jump jets, there's just no danger at all. We'll just block this guy out with a dog. Send this guy down here. Alright, cool. Love to see it. This shock is done for. I'm just gonna let him go. I'm just gonna let him trade for this this missile and some damage on the... Actually, you know what? He killed that missile way faster than I expected. I could maybe have preserved a second member of that squad. The one-man squad is not great, but it's not terrible. A one-man squad can still kill lasers. This was something that was noteworthy way back in the beta days, where it was like one of the things that shocks had going for them was that even at a one-man squad they still did their job. Chuggy seems like kind of a bad matchup for me, since I only have Pitbull, which isn't great against Chuggy. And Jump Jet's obviously bad against Chuggy. Like, Chuggy Laser is not easy to win with Shock Pitbull. That's not a good matchup. There is Mohawk, I guess. I can make Mohawks. I don't think they're particularly great against Chuggy Laser, though. But maybe they'll give me something. Yeah, the Jump Jet is definitely going to die. Get the Mohawk in there to pick up the slack. And then we're just going to turret here to block. Like, it's very hard for this turret to be bad. That he is being bad here, though. So, I stand corrected. Moving the Mohawk so that we can... It does mean all his units have had to go down, so it probably was good, honestly, even if it didn't really shoot anything. Alright, that was actually a pretty easy win. This deck's pretty good.
Objective complete. 3, 2, 1. New objective received. Harvester ready.
Harvester reporting.
Building online. Unit ready.
Mutant Rush. Uh-oh. I didn't even know he had Mutant. He didn't feel like he had Mutant last game. Alright, I'm pretty glad I put my Harvester at the corner then. This is one of the things I like to do in general in Rivals. Put the Harvester in a spot that is less likely to get rushed.
Unit ready. Warning, our base is under attack.
Pretty close to Shock Trooper now. Once the Shock Trooper comes out, his rush is done. I'd even spawned down here because the spawn point was blocked. Absolutely ruined, my guy. Nice rush. Let's go block his Harvester spot. He's already got one sad. Alright, we'll return the favor with a Jump Jet. He's going to be saving up for Chuggy, I guess.
Unit ready. Unit
Could get the halve here. It's going to be close. I think no.
Unit
Next Jump Jet will get it for free, though. Alright, cool. Free half kill. You love to see it. I'm just going to put a turret down here to protect this Harvester. Turret doing work again. You love to see it. Turret's so good, man. Not having to commit a unit to that is huge.
Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit ready.
He has to make a Shock Trooper. I mean, Chuggy, right? That's his answer to shocks. Should really be turreting more here. Yeah, I'll put down a turret there.
Unit ready.
Turret's so good, man.
Unit lost.
There it is. There's the Chuggy.
Unit ready.
Harvester here.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
He'll probably go for the harvester now since he's lost the missile. He can at least get the half.
Launched.
Although we can just do this.
Online.
At some, like, the harvester, I should just let him have it. Like, if this was like a tournament game I was trying to win, I'd probably just let him have the harvester. Because losing the income is actually worse than letting him have it.
Unit lost.
Like, losing the income by pulling it back there to protect it is worse than letting him have the harvester. But, because it's not a tournament game and it's a ladder game,
Lost.
it brings me joy to deny them the harvester they so clearly want.
Defense online. Defense lost. Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit ready.
This is what I was saying about Chuggy being a tough matchup for this deck.
Unit ready.
Chuggy is actually a huge beating for this deck because it just really is not very good at killing them. It doesn't have a good unit against Chuggy.
Harvester ready.
Yeah, Chuggy is actually really difficult.
Unit lost.
The deck is very bad against Chuggy. I've actually lost a lot of money because I was trying so hard not to let him have the harvester for my own selfish reasons. And now I'm in a lot of trouble because I can't afford my units.
Launched.
But Chuggy is a very tough matchup because jump jets are just not very good against them.
Ready.
And Mutant kills Pitbull so fast.
Unit ready.
I actually think I'm just going to get locked out in this matchup. I think I cannot beat Mutant Chuggy.
Unit ready.
I think the deck is very bad against Mutant Chuggy.
Harvester ready.
It just takes too long to kill a Chuggy
Unit lost.
and a Mutant. I have nothing that actually does enough damage.
Unit lost.
I have nothing that actually does enough damage to kill Mutants and Chuggies, so the matchup is unwinnable, I think.
Unit ready.
Yeah, this matchup's unwinnable.
Unit lost.
Maybe if we hadn't dicked around as much at the start, but we did, and now
Unit
now we
ready.
can't beat Chuggies.
Harvester ready. Unit lost. Unit ready.
Harvester here.
Unit ready.
Sad outcome. Just can't win. Just can't win against Mutants. They're too beefy,
Unit ready. Unit lost.
and we don't have a good anti-Chuggy unit. Jump jets just aren't efficient enough against Chuggy because they cost 40 each, and it takes 2 of them to kill a Chuggy.
Warning. Enemy
Yeah,
vehicle is
kind of
missing.
threw that one a little bit.
Unit lost. Our base has been under control.
Yeah, alright, well, we've got the same matchup. I think I'm probably going to try Mohawks against the Chuggies instead. Because I cannot beat Mutant Chuggy. Was reset today? Yes, reset was today. He is Mutant rushing me again.
Building online.
Mutant and Laser, okay. I just won't make a Harvester. I don't know if this works out for me, to be honest with you.
Unit ready.
Guess we'll find out. My deck definitely is not a no-half deck. Then neither is his. But he's only made 1 building and I've made 2. So it's probably easier for him to then make a Harvester.
Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit ready.
Alright, looks like we're going to be able to make a Harvester.
Harvester ready.
He also made a Harvester, but we won the missile, so that seems like a good trade for us.
Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit ready.
Dogs really did a lot of work in that one.
Unit ready. Unit lost.
I don't know how he can Mutant rush me and then expect me to, like, not scout the next game.
Unit ready.
That's pretty ridiculous.
Unit lost.
Pitbull in a dogfight. Where's the action?
Unit ready.
Pitbull looking for action. All right, let's do this. Pitbull ready? Pitbull here. Pitbull ready to fight. For my fight. For my fight. Look at that. Pedal to the metal. Bow wow. All right. Pitbull pedal to the metal.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Where's the action?
Unit ready.
I want to try Mohawk this time.
Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit ready. Warning. Enemy catalyst missile incoming. Unit ready.
I think Mohawk is the answer. I think we have to make Mohawks in this matchup. Because the Mohawk ignores the Mutant Chuggy combo, which forces him to change into something else. The Mutant Chuggy combo I can't win with my ground units. So yeah, I think Mohawk is the key in that matchup. I have no desire for win rate. Obviously, my goal is 100% win rate, but what win rate I get, I do not really care about. I would be happy with any win rate. I guess I would not be happy with 0% win rate. Alright, what's Conquest playing on GDI? The fact he's gone 2 dogs is suspicious. That normally means MLRS, I think, or like MG. Does have his barracks. Does he have a harvester? Does have a harvester, okay. Could still be half MG deck, like Oaken. Jump jet's strong. I could make shocks, but then they'll just get blocked and shot by dogs, so I'm just gonna make my own jump jets to kill the dogs. And then I'll make shocks afterwards.
Unit ready.
Shockwave, ready to melt. Ready for don't get let's waste shockwave. Ready for anything. No, shockwave moving.
Unit ready.
Ready to race.
There's a lot of dogs here. Like a lot of dogs. I haven't done that much. I'm not really sure what he's trying to do with them. I assumed he was saving for Orca. Orca is the unit that GDI players love the most. I'm going to kill it in exchange for a Pitbull though, so that's pretty bad for him.
Unit ready.
Originally the developers wanted the game to be played in such a way that they designed it so that, like, because obviously the defender's advantage is a thing. They wanted defender's advantage to be a big thing. They wanted it to be like the constant swapping of units doesn't happen that much because it's inefficient to not have your unit shooting. But as they tried to reduce level advantage, because obviously, like, if your unit does good damage against the wrong target, then when it's over leveled, it just smashes it completely. So they wanted to fix that. They kept making units worse against the unintended targets. But that obviously ended up with what we have now, which is everything's like a super hard counter, or like most things. That's like Rhino and Buggy are good examples of not super hard counters, and those units are like pretty insane over level because they just kill everything. All right, well this game was not that close. Kind of just smashed him, to be honest. Didn't even get to use my turret. Love my turret. Alright. We went 9-1 with the deck. We lost 1 game to Mutant Chuggy, which I think was more just inexperience with the deck. Because I didn't consider... Like, I didn't make Mohawks, and I think you have to make Mohawk in that matchup. Normally, old school Mutant Chuggy decks had Stealth Tank, which would have made Mohawk unplayable. This deck, in fact, would be unplayable against classic Mutant Chuggy. But now they play Banshee, which is a lot more beatable. Like, Mohawk cannot be played against Stealth Tank, but there is not much Stealth Tank at the moment, so I think Mohawk is playable at the moment. I don't know if it's better than Orca. I can see why you would potentially have Mohawk in this deck, because none of your units are very good pad holders. You've got, like, Pitbull and Shock as your main beefy boys. They're not that beefy. Mohawk is actually quite beefy. And yeah, Banshee is a lot more beatable than a Stealth Tank would have been. So I think that was the mistake we made in this game, was just not making Mohawk. Because at the end of the game, he had like 3 mutants and 2 Chuggies, and nothing there shoots up. So if I transitioned into Mohawk sooner, he would have been forced to make Banshees or Laser, which is better for me, because both of those things die a lot quicker to Pitbull and Shock. Alright, well I hope you guys enjoyed that. I think the deck's pretty solid. I might play it some more in the future, although I don't know if I'll do more videos on it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's a good deck, would recommend, and I'll see you next time.